KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MCK Global. I'm joined by Ohara Davies here. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah. Bit of an attack on the media today from yourself. I like the way you sort of singled me out and said that I wasn't part of that.
Because me and you have done certain interviews, like where you've then either phoned me or pulled me to the side afterwards and said, I'm not putting it up. I'm like, why not? And you were like, because you said certain things on there that's not going to paint you in a bad light. I mean, that will paint you in a bad light. And I'm like, that's real. What interview?
This is true. I have done this a couple of times with you.
What interviewers want? They want to get views, they want to get watched, and they will do anything they can to make a fight look bad, as long as they're getting views. But that's why I felt. IFL's not like that. IFL's honest. KUGAN's an honest man. You've worked hard. You know, you've been in this game for years and years and years. Before all these guys came into boxing, you was first in here on the scene. And with most of these guys, as soon as you go online and you say something, or you get on a camera and you say something, they'll be like, yes, I'm going to put this online, I'm going to get all the views. But, you know, IFL's like, listen, if it's going to make it look bad, then we're not going to put it up. So you care about the fighter's interest also, and that's rare to see. So that's why I have to single you out and put all these other mugs in their own little box.
Do you know what? I would just sort of touch on that. And there was one interview you've done in particular, which was in Essex, and I reckon this interview, with what you were coming out with, would have probably got me 100,000 hits.
Easily.
It would have got me. It was absolutely horrendous, right? And I decided not to put it out because I genuinely thought it's not gonna come off well for you, basically. So I appreciate you actually acknowledging that. But look, the trash talking sells fights, and you're known for that, and we know that it's kind of, you've made no secret of the fact is you're doing it to sell fights, and you're doing it, you know, to try and maybe mess with the opponent's heads a little bit. But people kind of do, they expect you to be come there and it be the OD show.
To be honest, it's all been fake. It's like, you've seen WWE, you've seen wrestling. I grew up watching that show. I was watching Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Kane, The Rock, Goldberg. I used to watch all of these guys, and it was all an act. And even though I knew it was fake, I would still watch it day in, day out. But in boxing, it's the same thing. Everything's fake. The only part that's real is what happens in the ring. Everything else is fake. And it's to sell tickets. Boxing is a business. It's about money. Everything is to sell tickets. And a lot of the stuff I've done, 99% of things that I've done and said, is to sell. But I feel like the media's made me seem a lot worse than I actually am. And I've had enough. I've had enough of them making me look bad, making me look worse than I am. I'm not an angel, but they made me look worse than I am. I've had enough, and I know that they came in with their pens and their pads, and as soon as OD gets on the mic, listen, everyone take note, because he's going to say some mad shit that we're going to go online and we're going to print off and we're going to put online on our site and make all this money. Like, no, I came in humble. I disappointed all of them, and I'm happy. And I'm happy.
Are you kind of saying that the build up in some of these kind of high intensity, like what we call beef, is all fake? Are you saying?
Yeah, let's look at Dave Matthews for example. Like, when I met him, the first time I ever saw him was the press conference that we had up in Liverpool. That was the first time I've ever seen him in my life. Before that, the only time that I'd ever spoken to him, it was over social media, where I was rude to him. Sat down at home, I'm laughing, typing, you cunt, you're an arsehole, blah blah blah, and I'm laughing. I don't mean it, I'm not angry at him. Yeah, I go out there in a conference and I seem angry, and because it sells, and it sold, and the people brought into it, and the money that they put into it, they can't take back. And I'm happy, and I'm ready to show the world the real me. They've really bought into the hype.
I mean, yeah, but you're using that as an instance where you kind of angered the whole of Liverpool at that press conference with a lot of your comments.
That was to sell.
I know, but you tried telling the people of Liverpool that you call £7 an hour CUNTs that it was just to sell. I mean, they're not going to buy that.
They're not going to buy that, but the reason why I made that comment that I made there, because someone shouted something really disrespectful to me at the time. And
yeah, which I actually heard. I heard that.
There was actually racist comments being shouted at me. in the conference. So
I didn't hear racial comments, but I did hear something towards you.
I can go on the interview. I can show you afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm only human, so even though it was all to sell, you don't speak about anyone's race, you don't speak about their sexual orientation, you don't speak about their faith, what they believe in. So I would disrespect anyone, but I would never speak about race, sexual orientation, like if someone's gay, or if they want to be gay, you can be gay. I'm not going to speak about that. Or if you're Islam or you're a Christian, that's okay. I will never take the make out of anyone because of those three things. But when people started to mention my race, I was like yo, like, what's going on here? So that really angered me. That was why I said what I said, which is understandable because I'm only human. I'm only human, and even though it was to sell, they crossed that line first, and I crossed the line after.
Do you get racially abused on internet, on social media?
Yeah. If you look at my DMs, people calling me a black monkey, a black cocoon. I need to go back to Africa where I came from. And people write all these things.
I've actually seen you tweet.
Yeah, and the things that they won't say in person, but they go online and they'll put a picture that isn't them. So I'm not sure who it is, and they say what they actually think. See what they say. They say if you give a man a mask, he will be himself. And that's what these guys do on social media. They wear this mask. Why? Because I can't see their face. They cover their face. Their account is on private. They haven't got any display picture, and they be themselves. But then they'll see me out in the streets. Like, wow, Ohara Davies, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, then they'll go home. You black cunt. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, it's not everyone. It's only some. Like, the people that I've met in the industry, I haven't been through any race in the industry. My own gym, you know, everyone was all white. Listen, they were fine. I've never experienced any racial anything there. Like, they were totally fine. Colour don't mean anything. But it's only boxing fans that are the petty ones. Not boxers, not the boxing coaches, not the managers, all the promoters, all the interviewers. It's just the boxing fans, and that's what I've experienced from boxing fans.
But like you said, it's the minority ahead of the majority.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. But just that when I get comments like that, they're the ones that really stick out to me. I can get 1,000 messages saying we love you so much, and I get the one saying you black cunt, and then that's what sticks in my mind. And
well, it's disgusting. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting. We saw I don't know if you saw Anna Woolhouse, who presents on Sky, obviously highlighted someone that was trolling her with some really, really horrendous messages and DMs. I mean, you're right. It's like these people wouldn't come up to you in the street and say 5%.
Yeah.
In fact, those people have probably had selfies with you.
Yeah. And then, like, how do you, after like I get messages like that, how do you expect me to come out and still be respectful to the fans? How can you expect me to then come out and be respectful?
But you've got to understand that you've got to kind of differentiate between, you know, that it's not everyone. There are people that you have got fans that people do come and support you.
But then again, I don't know who's who. I thought my own team were my team until I got thrown under the bus. I thought these guys were on my side. I thought they cared about me. I thought they cared about me. I was there for like 3 years. I got thrown under the bus. So I don't know who's who. I don't know who's who. And that's why I keep myself around my close friends and my family and my brothers, because I know that they're for me. With everyone else, it's just business.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
You're gonna owe me 150.
2 months. 2 months of you not tweeting any kind of trash towards Jack. And we'll just say it's like, we'll call it on Twitter, So, you know, what you talk about to your friends and blah, 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 I'm never going to know what you talk about to me. It's social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all those things count. £150.
Deal.
You upped it. I was only going 100 quid.
Yeah, because I'm so confident that I'm going to win this bet.
All right. It might turn into like more by the time.
It probably would. I'm not going to say anything disrespectful about Jack, because the media is so fast to go online and paint me in a bad light and make me look worse than I actually am. And they want to say bad things about me, and now I'm not giving them the opportunity to say bad things about me anymore. So I'm just going to go gym. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to train, and it's a fight.
So, to be honest with you, if you keep your head down and off that on social media, I think that's worth that 150 quid 100%. For me to give it to you. So listen, whatever it is, it's going to a charity anyway, so it makes no odds. Jack Catterall, like I said, this is a fight that as fans have wanted for quite some time. After he beat Tyrone McKenna, it looked inevitable. It is going to happen now. How do you feel about going to Leicester for the fight?
It don't matter, to be honest. A ring's a ring. I went all the way up to Scotland to fight. I've been to Leeds to fight. I've been Liverpool to fight twice. You travel as a part of the game. It's a part of the game. So it don't matter where the fight is, and it's just a fight.
And it seems quite a split opinion between, amongst fans who wins this fight, which it is for us. It's evenly matched between you and Catterall. Would you accept that?
100%, and I feel like that's the beauty of this game, because you're not sure who's going to win. That's what brings the excitement for you to want to come out and buy those tickets and come and watch this fight. Why? Because you're not sure. It's going to be an amazing fight. How he fought Taylor, he lost, they say he quit. Is it going to happen again this fight? Come and find out. Catterall hasn't been beat. How is he going to last in there with someone that can hit hard? What if he takes a big shot? What if he goes down? Is he going to get back up? Buy your tickets, come out and watch the fight. That's the beauty of this game, and that's what it's all about.
Indeed, it's a great show as well, with Woodstock and Archie Sharp on it as well.
I'm looking forward to that fight more than I'm looking forward to my own fight. These guys have been going at it on social media for so long. I've been seeing it, and now they're fighting each other. I'm excited about that fight. I'm going to be sat there and watching it.
Alright, listen, have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything. But I'm starving. I need to get some food, and the parking man's at my car, so hopefully he can give me a ticket. I told him I'll be 5 minutes. And give him 8 minutes.
One more question. Did anything materialise from anything with Ashley Fairphone?
Oh, no. To be honest, with the Ashley Fairphone stuff, he won't fight me. Even when I was signed on the match, he offered him a fight against me. He said no. And I can understand why. He's an old dog now in this game, and he don't want to get beat by me because I've been so disrespectful to him and blah blah blah, and he said a few things about me. Him getting beat by me, his boxing career will be done. He's got one more fight in him. He's gonna fight a prospect, get beat, and he's gonna be out. He wants to fight with Ricky Burns or Terry Flanagan, because he knows if he gets beat by them, then he can come down a level and fight someone on my level. But I don't know, man.
Well, it's a little bit irrelevant for now, because obviously you have Catterall. I just wanted to kind of, last time I interviewed you, we were kind of talking about that.
He's no one really. He's a no one. What has he won? He won the British about 10 years ago, and he got beat by a good fighter in Darren Hamilton, but a Darren Hamilton that took the fight on a week's notice. Apart from that, what belts has he won? He fought for a world title because he was on the flight, but he got beat. He got he got stopped. That was a complete mismatch in there. So he's a no one, but he is a decent name to have on my boxing resume. So yeah.
Okay. Finally, if you were to describe the boxing media in 3 words, what 3 words would you use?
3 words I used to describe the boxing media: heartless, liars, scum.
Okay.
Because and that's the truth. Because as my boxing career goes on, I'm finally ready to attack the boxing media that have been attacking me all these years. They've been writing bad things about me all these years, and I've only been saying bad things about my opponent. I'm not saying anything bad about my opponent. I'm now attacking the boxing media because.
But people will argue that they're kind of printing stuff that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, but then they're making it in a worse light than it actually is. Like a few of the headlines that I've seen, it's like when I got thrown under the bus. Yeah, they put all these newspaper tabloids. Ohara Davies gets taken off a bill for speaking about Hillsborough and disrespecting the families of the 96 or 97 people that died. And then when I got signed to Frank Warren and when MTK picked me up from that bus, they didn't write anything about me. And anything good about me, they don't write about. Even after my last win, they didn't write anything about that win. But yet you want to write about things when I get thrown under the bus because of an event that I didn't know happened, and you want to lie and make it seem like I knew about this event, and you're going to pull it in the papers. Ohara Davies knew about the Hillsborough event, and he took the piss out of the families that died. But then now that the whole world knows that I'm innocent, are you not going to come back and write new press and say, Ohara Davies was actually innocent and he was wrong. Or when a good news happens, they don't want to write about that, only the bad stuff. So that's why they're scum.
I think we've established in the last few months how much of a football fan you were not, with some of your comments and some
I
of
was
your
watching the World
thoughts.
Cup though.
But you were watching the World Cup, as were the most people.
And this morning I won £80 on the football. I put a few bets down.
All right. You're learning then. You're learning. You're a late starter, but you're learning. Okay. Ohara, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. We'll hopefully catch up with you ahead of October 6th. So best of luck in camp. Shout out MTK Global.
MTK Global, the best in the business. Listen, MTK Global's gym in Spain. I'm going back there for about a week soon. They got amazing gym. Their facilities have been amazing, and it's one of the best deals for me. And listen, I wouldn't be anywhere else. I'm glad I'm under MTK, and thank you for picking me up from under the bus.
Thank you very much, Ohara Davies.
Peace.